Because teaching, leading, principaling, superintendenting, those things are hard. They're really hard. And one of the things that makes it so difficult, every day that stuff takes a lot of energy. And it sure is nice if we can put the energy into instructional practices, into focusing on student learning versus into correcting and avoiding and repeating doing that. I think that limits our ability to be as successful with students as we can possibly be. I'm Todd Whitaker, and I am passionate about working with educators. As long as you're on the side of the students, I'm on the side of you. One of the reasons that we put this course together is to try to build the skills and abilities of people. And it's interesting because we think about classroom management and we think of it as peripheral to what we do. And actually it's central to what we do. It's how you talk to people. Your best teachers can tell the kids yes or no, and the kids will always accept it. Your worst teachers can't tell the kids yes or no with the kids accepting it. And it's almost all tone and manner. Does that make any sense? When the class is organized and focused, the learning is allowed to take place. All the students can participate and be successful. It allows teaching to take place. I was a very non-responsive student, and I had lots of challenges in terms of behavior. So I had maybe 3 teachers, literally from kindergarten through my doctorate, that I really focused and paid attention to. And then when I became a principal, in every school, you have people that are exceptional teachers. You have at least one teacher that's cracked the Da Vinci Code, haven't you? You have at least one teacher that solved it, one teacher that can work with every kid, one teacher that can work with every adult, one teacher that can work with every parent. Am I correct? That they get the students that are like me to respond, and other people can't. And that's how come that came about. It was just literally a curiosity of what do they do that no one else does. Sometimes we're surrounded by so much average, we begin to think average is right. Some people replicate average people, some people replicate ineffective people, and some people replicate highly effective people. Many times what happens when you see someone who is very effective, you then try it yourself and realize if it works for me, my theory is it'll work for anybody. When I do things and they would work, I always assumed everybody was doing them. And then I found other places that weren't. And I wanted to see, are the things that we are having success with, can they be replicated in other places? Could they also take place at an elementary? Could they take place at a larger school? Could they take place at a smaller school? And things like that are what you get into in terms of research to see, is this a one-off? Or is this something that this practice could take place and be successful in a myriad different types of locations and settings? We have 2 primary ways to improve our schools, and that's hire better teachers and improve the teachers we have. When school leaders approach, one of the things that actually shows is a sign of strength versus weakness because of the fact that they're interested in getting better. They're interested in learning and growing. The position inherently is lonely, and you're a little maybe afraid to ask your supervisor because they're evaluating you. People want to be good. Nobody got into education to be that forgettable teacher. And it's just how do we help people get better in terms of what they do? What do you think I'd have more ability to teach you to do? Raise your test scores or improve your classroom management skills? One other thing I think that's true, and this is easier to describe with new teachers, but I think it's true with all of us because we're all human. There's certain talents and kind of tone and manner and characteristics of the person that allow them to have the opportunity to be successful. But what we're really trying to do is we're just trying to help them focus on skills that will increase their learning pace, that will allow them to become more effective quicker. How can we do that but add specific things that will enable us to bring our personal skills and gifts into the classroom so that we can maximize the learning that takes place and also quicken the pace for you to be effective in that environment. We think we have to change someone's belief system, and I think we just have to change someone's practice, and then their belief system changes. If I teach you a way to get your class to quiet down or to refocus, you may not believe it'll work. And I understand. You haven't done it. Why would it work? This sounds like an unusual thing. And you try it, it works. You know what's weird? your belief system has changed instantly. And so rather than focus on mindset, in my mind, I focus on skill set, because that changes your mindset. It allows the teacher to be their very best because they're not having to take time and energy. It doesn't drain away from the core focus of what they're trying to do in that classroom. And I think that's one of the reasons that's such a central focus of what we're trying to do here. Many times what happens with a new teacher, they put great thought into kind of the procedures, structures, rules, and they have guidelines, and we're going to go over things and make sure it's correct, and these are the consequences if we don't do it, and this. And then what happens is they start and the kids are good. And they think they're that miracle teacher. And on day 2, they're not quite as good, but the kids are still good, and they think I must really be good. And what happens is kids start to do things that challenge them, but because they don't want to hurt the relationship, they kind of let it go. And all of a sudden, at some point, 2 weeks into the school year, you can't let it go. And what you thought you were doing to build and establish and enrich relationships actually is exactly the opposite. Because students thought they knew what the rules of the game were, and in day 2, day 20, day 30, the third month, you're now changing the way you're actually operating. The real thing is that no matter what day it is, tone and manner still matters. The module in the course is so that same continuity can be brought into each classroom in your environment, for each teacher in your school, and for the leaders too, to have a chance to reflect and think, how can I help my teachers with these practices? And that's one of the things I'm most excited about the course and the modules, is you have a chance to use them the first week, use them the first month, use them the third month, because students are different in September than they are in November, and then they are in February. But we need the teacher to be the same in terms of consistency. One of the beautiful things about education is we start undefeated every year, and we can have this year be the year we've always wanted it to be. It doesn't matter if it's our 21st year, our first year, or anywhere in between. And so I think it's just going back to what kind of a teacher do you want to be?